Now we've looked at the structure of the play. Before we get to the end of this first part of the video, we're going to have a quick look at what are the elements of a play. So at a very basic level, what are some things that come under the play as a text type if I was going to define the play? So the first of these elements is set design. Now the set is literally where the action is taking place. Obviously, because plays can't, actually take place in a castle, a set is built to make it look like it's happening in a castle when it's really happening on a stage. So, this is the physical backdrop of the play built to demonstrate the setting. This can be elaborate and complex. For example, it can include many layers, furniture, or a revolving stage. It can also be, on the other hand, quite simple and minimalist. For example, some plays would literally just have a plain black backdrop. It's where you get that contrast between more grand plays focusing on set and more simple plays which are going to be focusing on the content. Costuming and makeup is the second area. Now, this is quite an obvious area, one that you'll already have an understanding of from things like the study of films. But basically, this is when specific outfits and detail are given to the actors to show elements of their character. This is also going to give you a good indication of things like status, personality, and time period. The clues about a character is really provided through costume and makeup. So by seeing this and by, understanding their costume, the character really portrays to the audience who they are. And this is a really useful tool for the audience to be able to recognize the characters as they come back on stage. So, knowing that the girl in the blue dress is this character, the man with the hat is that character, things like that. Easy identification. The third technique is characterization, and we're going to be focusing on this later in the video. But this is the people who make up the events of the plot. So these are the players in the action who cover a diverse range of personalities, purposes, and motivation. So literally who the characters are and how they act. Plays can include between one character and over 50. It really just depends. Some plays can just be one character in a very extended monologue. Some might have a large ensemble. It really depends on the playwright and what that play is aiming to represent and to achieve. Movement, song, and dance are optional elements that can be added to plays. So you're not going to find these in every production. However, they are a way to provide an interesting spectacle for the viewer, just to break up the major action. It creates variety and action amidst the onstage drama, and additionally is a really useful way to actors to show off their diverse skills. So by singing or by dancing, they're showing off their skills as an actor. We also get to the final element of the play, which is the influence of technology. Now, this is particularly relevant when we're looking at modern plays, and it's something which you're going to have to trace in your studies. So sound, set, stage mechanics, and costume are all going to be benefited by modern technology. For example, projection of backdrops instead of literally having them there is an example of a modern technique. Another one might be using lasers and smoke machines for special effect. Things like that, which are really going to be taking a play from a simple level to a more sophisticated and interesting level by using technology. So this brings us to the end of part 1 of our video on the language of the dramatic. Join us in just a moment to continue our study of plays and their elements.